Okay, it is fired up. I have it at like ultra low latency, so
Hopefully it should run better.
yeah, hopefully it'll be closer to what the viewers are seeing. So instead of having like a 1 minute delay or more, we'll be able to explain in real time what to do in the demo.
Yeah, that should be better. Okay, you should really try to dodge this right now.
1 minute later. What, you noob. What is wrong with you? It's easy. Just press the B button. It does it for you. It's okay. The room is open. So the Mario movie reviews. Wow, critics
What I expected.
critics were going hard on like Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it seemed excessive when I listened to Stuckman's review and Charlie's review. I was like, oh yeah, that. I don't know. I believe them over.
There was a lot of weird reviews where I'm like, well, yeah, of course this doesn't have a deep story. It doesn't.
It's
There was one
Mario.
that were complaining about like it doesn't force any political change. There was like multiple reviews that mentioned that. I'm like,
That's so weird.
what? There's a lot complaining about it being too capitalistic or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weird politically minded ones which are very odd. And I do find it funny a lot of people comparing, saying how the Sonic movie reviewed so much better. I'm like, oh, it had like 64 on Rotten Tomatoes, and Mario movie now has like 59%. It's like it's not really.
It's not that far off. Yeah.
I guess one's technically fresh and one's rotten, but from like a lot of the reviews I saw, I'm like, it sounds kind of like where I was expecting, and that was like when my expectations were raised up.
Yeah.
It wasn't where my expectations were originally. I was like, yeah, I wasn't expecting a deep movie, but it seemed like it would be fun for being a fan.
Yeah.
It's like,
Chock-full of
okay.
little references and things, and good
Yeah,
to go.
I've seen like some leaked clips. Like I saw what Charles Martinet, his role in it. It's fun.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But yeah, there seems to be a lot of weird ones. There was one review that was really funny, where a guy was like complaining about it was just terrible, it was so horrible. But I have to tell you that I am the biggest Nintendo fan. I played every Mario game and I love every one. And I have never bought a Sega console out of loyalty. And I even had a Legend of Zelda room as a child. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like, why are you listing your quote unquote qualifications? Also, it doesn't sound like you've played
They're
every
almost
Mario
making more
game.
sense.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't sound like you played every Mario game when you say,
Can you
"Oh, I
name-
didn't buy a Sega console."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, but Sega hasn't been a thing for a while. Can you name all the mainline games? You played everyone and loved them, even Hotel Mario. Which are you talking about mainline ones? Or are you talking about every spin-off? Like, do you even know how extensive it is?
Yeah, it sounds like a person who is out of the loop trying to sound in the loop.
The way it's almost going out to be so defensive about it makes him
Yeah, exactly.
like you don't need to prove your fandom, but the fact that you feel like you need to
Yeah, it's a little
makes me question things.
little suspect. The room is open, by the way, with the classic
Okay,
login.
but yeah, like I think it'll be one of those things where the user reviews are going to be pretty high, and it's going to make a bank.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the critic reviews are going to be weird. But then again, there were some weird. I don't know if there wasn't necessarily weird critic reviews, but there were weird articles and weird post reception stuff to the Sonic movie. Basically, there was a lot of weird articles, basically like complaining that they shouldn't have listened to the fans and changed everything. It gives too much power to the fans. That's terrible. You can't give that power to fans because fans are racist. I don't know. Use all the buzzwords of how terrible fans are. And just a lot of weird articles crop up every once in a while about the Sonic movie of how that was such a terrible thing to do, and it just really kind of shows their hand.
So
It's like,
strange.
man, oh no, they actually did something that was right and listened, and they were successful.
That's pretty messed
Man,
up.
what a crime! That was such a crime, and that seems to just really, really bug some certain Hollywood people or certain industry like outlets. And you can tell that still bugs them, because you still like every once in a while. Even there's probably like 2 articles in this year that I've seen highlighted where they just complain about it, or even if like it's an article that's not about that, they'll bring the Sonic movie up, how terrible that was, how those monsters. You listen to the fans. So you know
So
you don't do
weird.
that. The fans are the enemies. It's just like, yeah, and that kind of sums up what's wrong with a lot of
Critics. and-
modern like Hollywood stuff, or
Yeah.
that type of corporate politics stuff.
There's almost a classism to it, where it's like, how dare
Yeah.
you listen to people who don't know what they're talking about, the fans.
And this is why certain franchises destroy themselves. This is the type of attitude is where they eat themselves alive.
Okay.
This is the exact type of thing that leads to that.
We could do some more anomaly quests.
I say we start with that.
Okay. Let's do the Trototus.
Oh yeah, similarly, there was some reviews that are complaining about, oh, there's references and there seems like it's too much for fans. The Mario movie, there's a few reviews like that. I'm like, oh, well, yeah,
That's the point.
it's kinda, yeah, duh. I
I
remember what review it was, either Chris Stuckman or maybe it was there's the other guy, Jeremy Johns. He always comes up with Chris Stuckman. They're kind of like the 2 guys that always come up when you look up reviews on YouTube.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, there's like, it's packed with references, but it kind of feels like it'd be wrong if there wasn't, and they always seem like they work within the context of it. So, like, yeah. Again, it just seems like, oh, it seems like it'll be a fun movie. I'm not expecting. Oh, this is weird to say. I'm not expecting Puss in Boots 2.
What a weird. Yeah. Who would have thought a year ago even that would be. Yeah.
No, that's really funny to say, but it's like, yeah, that's true.
Feels strange.
I heard that a lot of reviews say that Charlie Day's great as Luigi, which I'm not too surprised, because that it always seemed like just right casting.
Yeah.
Jack Black as
It sounds
Bowser.
right.
Both of those were probably the 2 that I'm like, okay, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. All the rest, I was like, and then I guess that's how it went too, where they were like, yeah, it was fine. They're
Keegan-Michael Key's Toad, though, kind of surprised me. You're like, oh, that works.
yeah.
That was one I was like, how do you get Toad right? In any respect. I'm like, okay, that actually works well. It's like, they did a good job. So good job. He said he did a lot to try to find a good voice, because like, how do you kind of get something that's recognizable as a Toad voice, but
Yeah.
without being
Without being that.
the Toad?
Yeah.
Without being Toad singing Wrecking Ball? Did you ever watch that channel, which is just like
Yes.
Toad singing a bunch
It's so good.
of
That was the first time I heard that song. Did you know that?
no.
So it came out a little bit after high school, and the channel came up not horribly long after that, but somehow I didn't hear it until I heard Toad singing it, and it was you who sent it to me, and I was like, oh, what is this song? Like, dang, this person's voice though is incredible.
You hear the original version, it's like, oh, this cover's terrible.
Yeah, that's what basically where I was coming from.
Doesn't have the talent behind the inflections or behind the original singing.
Yeah, I feel a lot more emotions when Toad sings it.
Yeah, that. It'll be interesting to see how the movie does because the projections just kept on ballooning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of people say, "Oh, it's going to flop because of the reviews," and I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah.
And I do think it's going to be one of those things where you're going to look at Rotten Tomatoes and it's going to be like, "Oh, it's like 50-some% critical reviews and like 80-some% audience."
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That's probably where it's going to end up going.
Yeah.
It feels like traditional critics are quickly making themselves a less and less valuable source of information.
And someone pointed out, like, remember on Rotten Tomatoes, the Lightyear movie got like 87%, and like all these recent movies that were regarded as not very good.
Yeah.
Here's what they got, and here's like the audience score. And it's like, yeah, a lot of reviewers don't seem to be that touch. I mean, I trust people like Chris Stuckman in those more
Yeah.
traditional outlets.
Yeah, just
now,
seeing
I feel like we're
seeing
talking-
Charlie and Chris Stuckman. I assume you haven't seen Charlie's yet.
No, I haven't.
He references Chris Stuckman's, which is I was like, oh, that's fun. The only other review I've watched.
I saw Game Explains. I saw Nintendo Life on their site. I mean, it's all basically like, yeah, it's a really fun.
It's
movie.
a fun time.
Yeah, it's like, wow, exactly what I was expecting. Because I really wasn't. If I got like something that was kind of deep, like Puss in Boots surprised me, like, yeah, I would have been flabbergasted, even more so than Puss in Boots. And I was not expecting that in the least. So. No, I wouldn't say like Puss in Boots was deep, but it was deeper than you would expect.
Yeah.
There was.
I mean, you have a through line about coming to terms with death, which is wild. I that's not something you would expect a kids movie to focus on.
Okay, what's surprising about it is it's not that there's more going on than a typical kids movie. It's probably more quality writing than we're getting from modern movies. And
Yes.
that's probably the thing. It's like, oh man, it's actual writing that I feel like is lacking from the majority of movies now.
I felt emotions in it, which is not something I can say for like.
Wow, I can see how the writing all fits together. And
Yeah.
I watch it and I find new things. I feel like I don't get that from watching like a Marvel movie again anymore.
Oh yeah, second watches useless in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It's like, it has surface levels. I remember.
I figure out it's more of a mess now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do think it's weird that I keep going back to Marvel movies as my comparison for kind of crummy modern movies. But then I think about it and realize how slow the movie market's been.
And how they just dominated.
Yeah, they dominated for so
Everything
long.
for you.
I also feel like they just warped my perspective of how many movies should be coming out in a year that I'm interested in. Like, now I'm thinking, oh, there should be one or two movies at least every year. But we're at this point where it's like, they're still cranking out some Marvel movies, but I don't care anymore.
Supposedly there's like a leaked memo where they put out like an edict that's like, okay, we have to put out less movies and each one has to cost between 100 million and 150 million tops. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to make money on them.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that would make sense because they can't be costing like 250 million plus marketing.
Yeah.
If they're gonna be making what they've been making recently, they can't pull in 450 million like Ant-Man did. It
Yeah.
costs 250 million plus marketing. And that's not counting whatever extra costs that reshoots that are not accounted for
Yeah.
added to that. So it's like, ew. Ew.
To think a Marvel movie would not make that much in revenue is kind of crazy. If you told me that years ago, pre-Infinity War, then I would have been like, holy cow,
Wild
that's
that
crazy.
Disney went from making like basically a third to 2/3 of box office revenue each year for like a few years there,
Yeah.
and they lost. I think there was projections around 6 billion for
Holy
box
cow.
office revenue last year, and that's not counting. They supposedly lost a ton for Disney Plus. I think it was like about 750 million per quarter
Wow.
was what they were losing. So it's like, wow, yeah, it's leading.
To see such a creature bleed as Disney, it does a heart good.
It brings smile to my face.
Sounds messed up, but you know, I know people have jobs there, and you know they're working for that money.
And they announced 7,000 layoffs, and
Yeah.
there's rumors that it's actually going to be 21,000 by the end of the year, which is pretty absurd.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I feel bad for all those people, but the problem is that it's such a bloated, overvalued company that I have a hard time feeling too bad. But
kind
yeah,
of like with a lot of the tech companies where it's like, it's terrible. But then you see some of them where it's like, oh, they literally have wine on tap.
yeah, you're like, no wonder they're a failing business.
Did you see like with Facebook how they're complaining? It's like, oh, we get a free steak dinner every night, but now it's only 5 days a week to get free steak dinner. 'Cause
That's
the other two
insane.
nights you either get to choose between a steak dinner or the free ride home.
That's so wild. Yeah, tech companies have done a really weird move. It was super funny because I was talking to an in-law of mine who is a hiring director at a tech company. So he's over hiring, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was talking to him about it." I'm like, "Maybe I'll apply. It'd be cool." Because I'm kind of interested, and he was talking about how they had a little bit of a debacle at their Christmas party, where they were like, "Oh, all we got was like $150 gift." Unlike all the other tech companies that like get much more lavish gifts. And I was like, dude, I had to pay for my Christmas party. My work Christmas party. I paid money for it. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a problem to me at all. I'm like, dang, hey, they're actually spending money on their employees. Wild.
The Silicon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you kind of. It's no wonder why the bank that SVB bank that invested in startups from Silicon Valley is like, yeah, kind of wonder why they bled money behind the scenes.
Yeah. It's a miracle they lasted as long as they did.
Kind of like Silicon Valley is kind of known for not being great with money.
Yeah, crazy.
and spending money wildly before actually knowing how to make it back.
Yeah, it's an unsustainable work culture that was going to die eventually, and I feel like it's finally going that direction.
It's changing heavily, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
oh, yeah.
it's for the best because, I mean, you think about all these companies firing so many people and hearing about all the layoffs. It's like, yeah, this could have been prevented had they been even remotely good with money.
I can't remember, it might have been Facebook, but there was some lady, and there was a lot of, like, there was a whole genre of TikToks where people, like, showing what they did at their tech jobs, and it was basically just
Nothing.
parties and eating and stuff, and
Yeah.
there was one lady, I think it was at Facebook, where apparently she got in trouble for doing that, and because she was like, oh, I get $250,000 a year, and all I have to do is take a few meetings, and other than that, I just kind of go party for my day job. And I guess she got fired, but she was mad about that.
I mean, if you're exposing terrible work practice, then yeah. And also the fact that you don't work and you're bragging about it.
Yeah.
Probably not a great move.
Yeah, but yeah, I watched, there's a channel called It's a Gundam. We did a lot of videos on these TikToks where they're basically going, a day in my life where it's like, oh, I have to choose from this, like, organic, pudding. I got, like, this, chickpea pudding, or not chickpea, I can't remember what it's called. Chia seed, yeah, chia seed pudding. And then they're just, like, constantly, like, oh, I have a meeting, and then I get a bunch of drinks and snacks, and I go play ping pong, and I go to this, like, roof party, and then I got another meeting, and I go do all this other stuff, and they go to another party, and that's my day. They're like, oh, it's such a hard day at work. I just ate all this food. I'll look at my lavish lunch with these, this, like, 4-star chef. Terrible we don't have a 5-star chef.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most egregious things about that culture is that people still find a way to complain about their jobs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not getting as many perks as I would like, and you know, it's like jobs are not required to give you perks. So what the heck are you complaining about?
Most people don't have a chef in general, or
Yeah.
even have
They don't get food.
provided.
Yeah.
You have to do your own food. It kind of reminds me when there was that expose about Nintendo's work culture where it was a big portion was complaining that they had to do minutes,
Yeah.
and I saw that one person arguing that that's not a real thing that any business does. It's a myth. And I'm like, 3 positions I've had, I did minutes for each of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll entertain the argument that doing minutes is abuse. I don't like it, but
Yeah, it
Joke.
sucks. It
But-
sucks.
it's a real thing.
Oh, hey, Sleepy. Good to see ya. We're talking about Silicon Valley work culture and how terrible it is for the world at large. weirdly deep topic for compared to our average conversations. Yeah, playing some Monster Hunter in the background.
I think it was actually Twitter where they complained that they got rid of their 5-star chef.
Oh man.
So I'm like, wow.
I haven't had a job where they've fed me anything. Like not even a snack.
That's not a normal thing.
No, it's not. And for some reason, now everybody expects it. At least in tech
I think
companies.
There was like a New York Times article saying that was a right and they were taking away a right. And I'm like, it's not a normal thing. Not a normal thing.
No.
I wish, but no.
No.
Oh, there's a great video. Was it by Nexpo or I can't remember who did it, but it was FBI. It was basically about their lunch complaints that they had to file.
Yeah.
I can't remember who did it, but you could probably look it up about like FBI lunches or something like that, where it's basically all the little complaints they've had about the cafeteria food. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Like that's been published in Freedom of Information documents. Like yeah, but when you talk about the Freedom of Information stuff that comes out, you usually talk about salacious stuff, but this is all the kind of common
Cafeteria complaints.
I could probably look up exactly what video that is, but it was pretty funny. There's like stuff from like the 70s or something like that. Some of it was petty complaints, and some of it was like legitimate, like
Something's wrong. Yeah.
or why is the chicken not cooking? Why are there like bugs and this and stuff like that, or something? If I don't know if I remember it quite how it was. But.
Surely this guy's close to dying, right?
Yeah, after the 15-minute mark, these guys start dying. Probably around 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna run and get gonna sharpen my trumpet as you do, and go get the hermitar. Where's this guy go? There we go. Bit of a slow descent to get back down here. There we go. Sweet. There we go.
Like, I'm done doing sharpness.
Can't be letting yourself get that low. Actually, I feel like all the sharpness levels above that are pretty narrow for most weapons.
Yeah, I have like a touch of purple, a touch of white, good bit of blue, and then it goes green.
Yeah, this one's like touch of purple, a decent bit of white, then very little blue.
Ah.
So I was, I've always been fascinated with countries' real names, where like what they call them in their country.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Oh yeah, I'm out here
You know,
like
like-
some
like, oh,
conspiracy theory.
Okay, yes.
No, no, yeah, it's like, anyway, I've been fascinated by them, and I thought about making a YouTube video where I go through and I try to pronounce all of them, and I'm like, man, that could go over really poorly.
Like Mexico?
Yeah, yeah, just trying to go through and pronounce all of them in their native language and just embarrassing myself. I think it'd be fun to do, but I wonder how well it would go over. Because at this point, I don't know if people would find it insulting that I'm attempting to do that without any like research or anything. But who knows? Naturally,
Sounds
I'd
like
be.
something the guy from JoJo's Part 5 was complaining about. The ice guy.
Nice guy. Yeah. I was trying to remember his name. I can't remember for the life
I
of
can't
me.
remember his name either. But you know who else.
Yes. He was one of the mouthpieces for random facts that Iraqi used. I'm still crawling my way through part 8, chapter by chapter. It's a lot harder to get through, but yeah, that's still good.
Yeah, this guy's gotta be limping.
Surely. Oh, that doesn't count as a wall? Lame.
I was wondering, like this I can't.
And he gets back up fast.
Did you do a call out for people to join?
Yeah, I did. It turns out the Jury Tardos is not the favorite of the people, I guess.
This is one of the lesser monsters
Yeah.
of this game. He's kind of whatever. He's a less fun Plesio.
Yes.
Like he's finally dying.
Goodness. How have you been doing, Sleepy? Hope you've been doing well. Oh. Dang. I know you're always looking for new anime to start, Jacob.
Yes, I just can't consume enough.
Yeah, Vinland Saga is pretty good.
I've heard good things.
Albeit a bit brutal at points. You guys are doing good, but something feels off. Oh, you feel like a little sick or something? I'm sorry. That's not good. It's never fun. This is something that I've talked about with a few people, and to varying degrees of looks of confusion. I often ask people if they can smell sickness coming. Is that something? Do you know what smell I'm talking about, Jacob?
I am the most level of confused. I'll say that.
Perfect. There's a distinct smell when I'm about to get a cold or something sinus related that comes up days before, and I can smell it at all times of the day. It's just, I call it the smell of sickness. And so I know when I'm about to get sick, which is helpful in a way. In other ways, it just kind of sucks because it just prolongs the anticipation.
That B side didn't take off for Simon and Garfunkel.
Wait, what?
The B side that didn't take off for Simon and Garfunkel.
The smell of sickness.
The sound of Simon.
Took me a second to figure out which part of the sentence you're talking about.
Simon Garfunkel, that's right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I have very limited knowledge of music trivia, so hoping that's one I could nail down. Can I actually make a music joke?
Oh, so Sleepy said, "You got exactly what you just said. I have a face of confusion on my face." Okay, I struggle to read that, but I get what you mean. I guess I'm alone in this. Hey, Sydney, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've talked about this with you before, but do you know what I mean when I say the smell of sickness? Like you're about to get sick with something in your sinuses and you can smell it well in advance. Is that... Am I alone? Am I really alone? What is wrong with me?
I am texting the medical professional right now. Of the psychiatric, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect you to understand, Jacob. I'm just out here suffering alone. Everybody's like, oh, it's a mental disorder. And you know what? They're probably right.
Get, what was it called? People that can like associate smells with colors or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I forget what it's called.
Synesthesia, something like that.
Yeah. Smellosthesia. I'm sure. Yeah, Sid, I smell... Oh, synesthesia. There we go. Synesthesia,
yeah.
Yes, I smell sickness before it arrives. A couple days before I get a cold or anything sinus related. I have this sickness smell that's just sitting in my nose. It's not like I stink of it. I do want to make that clear. It's not like I start smelling like crazy. I just can smell it in my nose. It's weird. And I've yet to find somebody who's been like, yeah. So that's why I've started a YouTube channel. I want to find that one person out there. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't feel it. I smell it. 100%. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing I never had happen to me I can't relate to is the sneezing when walking to a bright room.
Oh.
That doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, and then people say that looking at a bright light can stop a sneeze, but I've never had that work. I don't know. There's a lot of weird ones. Too bad it doesn't help you prevent sickness. Yeah, I wish I would get the smell in my nose and then I just like start downing some vitamin C and just bypass the sickness. Then maybe it'd be useful, but it doesn't quite work like that. Sadly.
Okay, so the video I was mentioning is complaints from the CIA cafeteria, and it's from Slightly Sociable. But, yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Sounds entertaining at least. I've been watching a channel recently called Ordinary Things.
Oh yeah, he did stuff with Internet Historian.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of him at all until just recently. So, oh, can you join the quest I just joined?
Oh,
Because it's a. Yeah, I responded to a join request. Are you able to join?
I don't see it on there.
Oh no, I'll have to abandon it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it said if you're gonna download the demo, let us know when it's installed. I don't remember if you've installed it before, but then we could jump over there, and if Sleepy wants to join too, we could play a little bit more of the demo to get you guys acclimated to the game. See if you want to get into it or not. Okay, so it turns out I can't respond to join requests and bring you along.
Yep.
Good to know. Pretty sure it's installed. I just need to update. Maybe we'll see, because I had an old version of the demo installed and it wouldn't update to the new one. But maybe that's because I had it on my Switch. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do a short hunt.
I get Ordinary Things mixed up with Many Kudos because I've watched both their videos from time to time. I was trying to look up, it's like, is Ordinary Things did the one on Uri Geller? And I'm like, no, that was Many Kudos. The Kiwi YouTubers.
Okay, I've got a short quest set up.
Okay.
Very, very short. Yeah, I'll need to look up Mini Kudos. I haven't seen any of his content. I've just seen the collabs with Internet Historian.
I was giving me a tutorial. Because it's the first one.
Oh. That's funny. I didn't get one.
It's like, oh, this is an anomaly quest. You need to get points in order to get stuff.
Strange. Oh, so Sid is it the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak demo? Because there's an older version that's like version 2.
I don't think you can get that version anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, she didn't install it just now. She installed it a while ago.
Okay.
Oh no, it's version 2. You might have to go on the eShop and search Monster Hunter Rise. I think it'll have a download link for the Sunbreak demo. Yeah, sadly, I think that's the old version of the demo. I do have that version, but it doesn't work anymore for online. Only the Sunbreak demo works. Which is still really weird to me that they've released different versions of the demo. You think they'd just put out a patch to update it.
Yeah. So I got the bird that gives us more stuff at the end of the fight.
Oh, sweet. You're already fighting the monster.
Yeah,
Makes sense. It's an easy
Although-
one.
it's an easy one, but then I forgot that's also the one that sprays the juice on you.
Oh yeah, the don't drink juice.
So that might be kind of dangerous if you don't have enough health. You have to really watch for that.
Well, somebody actually joined this quest. That's a little surprising.
And I can get a few more up this mountain. Theory bug.
Oh, come on. I got hit by the gas immediately. I've got an escargot. That'll have to do for now. Do you have to get the deluxe edition? No. I think you just go to the regular Monster Hunter Rise page.
And there's a demo under it. You just get demo, and it will automatically be the one.
Yeah. If we all decide to play, can we do a voice call together? Yeah, maybe so. We'll see if we can get it set up. I turned the stream to low latency, so in theory I'll be responding to your questions faster on stream. So hopefully that would help a little bit. But yeah, we might set up a voice call. It might make it a lot easier. Communicate.
I still love that weapon, but yeah.
It's awesome. It looks so cool. I just really like the emerald look on your weapon too. It's just, it looks sick on both.
Oh, nice. Phew. Almost got skunked.
But yeah, we'll switch over to the demo after this hunt, and then we can get into a voice call. Get it all set up and good to go.
Just toppled into it.
Hopefully it doesn't take too long to download. Sorry. Just see you fly away.
Come on. I want to latch on to. Come on. Denied every time.
Well, 9 minutes. That's not bad. That'll probably be as long as this hunt takes. Maybe. I'm never quite sure with these anomaly creatures. They have a lot more HP than your average monster.
Like more HP than your average bear.
There we go, max damage.
The way you've been beating on this.
Oh, easy. I think this guy with us actually has a charge. No, he has gun lance.
See
I was
again,
like-
I never see a regular lance. Always a gun lance. If there's evil lance.
I've actually never looked at the name of the little spiders. Pyrantulas. Well named. Well named.
The new flavored Dorito. Tarantula.
I really do like this map. It's really cool. Ooh, I got sparkly. Large beast gem.
Hey, extra amber essence. My
Yeah, I think-
favorite emo band.
Probably is. I mean, okay, let's head to the demo. Remember to save. Real quick. Okay. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak demo. Oddly specific demo version. Six minutes left. I feel like more than 3 minutes of... No, I'm wrong. Never mind. So many subtitles. Okay, I'll wait to create a lobby. So, let's see. Sid, do you have a Discord, perchance? I feel like you do. But I don't think I have you in my list of people. Okay, I'll have to find you on Discord real quick then. And then we can get everybody in this lobby. Okay. I'm pretty interested in the Mario movie though. I don't know. I think it'll be a fun time. I'll probably wait till it gets out to some streaming service before watching it, but we'll see. What about you, Jacob? Do you think you'll end up watching it?
Oh no, I'm going to go every night, and I'm going to dress as Toad.
Oh.
You know, just like shirtless with the little robe and then the white like diaper thingy.
Just walking up to other patrons, and you're like, "Hello."
Just, see how long it takes till I either get banned from the theater or get put in the back of the cop car.
Oh man, I imagine it wouldn't be long before getting kicked out at the very least. Everybody's just sitting there just irritated that you're not even trying to do like a Keegan-Michael Key impression. You're just doing the regular Toad impression that's so much harder to listen to.
I'll go as Blowed.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot.
I probably will end
That
up
was
going with
Troy.
Danny, sometimes my guess, but
Yeah. Well, hey, you'll have to let me know if it really is as awful as all the critics on Metacritic describe.
hey, just so you know, I played every Mario game and loved everyone. I had a Legend of Zelda room with the Giants. Whatever the review was. I never bought a Sega system out of loyalty. I just, that was so funny.
Oh, Sleepy said that reminds me of when people went to dressed up in suits to go to the Despicable Me movie. Yeah, that was an interesting craze.
Gentle Minions. I think.
Gentle Minions, yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. Looks like we got everybody. We can drag everybody into a Discord call. I think we have to join a server. What one did we use before? Were we in Late Night Sploonin'? Yeah.
I think we can clear it.
Yeah, I think we were in Late Night Sploonin'. The first option I get is to boost the server, which is some random paid for Discord nonsense.
You have to make some money somehow. What do you get for it? Don't know. Boost it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you should have a invite, Sid. And yeah, if you want to jump into the Discord server that we used last time, Sleepy, and we can all jump into general chat in just a second. Make it a lot easier to communicate when I'm starting up the room and all that good stuff.
Trying to give that code with the 30 seconds of time.
Yeah, it's still so weird that they pressure you. They're like, oh, you got 30 seconds to get everybody in the room.
That'll be fine. They give me like a 20-second or 20-digit code.
Yeah. You're like, okay, guys, you're gonna have to be fast. I'm starting it up, and then I read out the code, and you have literally exactly enough time to put it all in if I read fast. Okay, yeah, let's jump over to the general chat and.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We are in. You guys will have to let me know how smooth the stream versus the Discord call is. Let me know how far behind it is, because I am curious. I could pull it up, but then I would start blasting through the stream itself. Okay. It looks like we got everybody in the room. Let's see. Yeah. Should be good to go. Okay.
Hello?
Hey. How's it going?
Oh, it was,
Whoa.
it
That
was
is-
coming out of my, like, regular phone speaker, so...
Dang. Okay. Your mic is super duper loud, so I had to turn it down real quick. Okay, there we go.
How do I turn my mic down?
Oh, I do it from my end, so it's all fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I fixed it. I fixed it right away, so it should be a big deal.
Okay, my demo is downloaded.
Oh, good. How's it going, Sleepy?
Hey, it's going good.
Good. Good. Okay. Yeah, so if you need to turn somebody's individual mic down, you just right click on their icon in the left bar. I don't know how to do it on phone, honestly, but
You gotta click on their profile, and then it should be voice settings.
oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alright.
Speaking of which,
Data collection.
Data collection.
I have to agree to a data collection policy.
Oh, that's always fun.
Who knows what data they're collecting? I don't.
Could be everything.
yes.
I mean, they just sell it to everybody. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
Tell them where the real margins are.
So do I go into multiplayer?
Yes, go into multiplayer, and then I'm going to create a lobby, and I'm going to give you guys a room code to join.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go. It is generating it right as we speak. Okay.
Is it gonna be a lobby ID?
Yes.
Search by lobby ID. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, why is it taking a while to obtain the lobby ID? That's kind of messed up.
Oh no.
Like we're given a 40-second timer, and it's like, oh,
The game.
let me go retrieve it. Okay, here we go. It is 4DSKUV.
40 SK
UV.
B.
Put it in the chat as
Okay.
well. There we go.
Alright.
Alright, cool. I think I'm in.
Perfect.
Great.
There you are. Okay,
Heck yeah.
so we face the hardest. No. Well, we'll start out. Let's. Oh, it chose for me. I ran out of time. Well, that's okay. This is a good one to start on. So, like we said last time, the easiest weapons to use to start with are probably I'd assume the great sword I haven't used it too much, but I really like the longsword. Pretty much all the sword weapons are a little easier to use, and then they get a little more complex with some of the ranged weapons. And yeah, Jacob uses the switch axe, which is on the second row, second slot.
The switch axe.
Yeah.
Whoa. That looks interesting. I think I'll try the great sword first.
Okay.
Not a bad one.
Definitely not. I'm gonna try dual blades. It's been years since I've used them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so general controls. Run is R, the right bumper. X is to pull out your weapon, and then when you have your weapon out, you can use X and A in different combinations to do different combos. To put your weapon away, you press Y.
Okay.
If you press Y when you don't have your weapons out, you'll drink a potion or use whatever item is in your main slot.
Okay.
You can switch between your items by holding down the L button and pressing Y and A to cycle through the list. It'll show you, it'll give you a little prompt.
X. Oh.
Yeah, so if you hold down the left bumper.
Hold down the left bumper.
Yeah, and then the little menu will pop up in the lower right. And you can press Y and A to cycle through it to go to your different items.
Okay.
I would leave it on a mega potion generally. And yeah. And you just tap Y to use the mega potion.
Oh, I don't have it.
You don't have a mega potion? It should have a
Maybe I
little.
didn't drink it.
It should have a little star next to it, and you should have 10 of them. Did I get that from the box though?
I have 10 potions.
Shoot, was that from the box?
Let's see.
Maybe it was. Yeah. No, those are first aid meds. Yeah, so you should have two green potion-like things already in your inventory. One should be mega potion. In theory, I don't know why I would have it. You wouldn't, but.
Should I take a first aid med?
Nah, no, that just when you're damaged, you'll take that.
Yeah, I have mega potions. I didn't get anything out of the box. So.
Okay, so if you run down the hill that we all just ran down, you can slide down it if you're sprinting.
Whoa!
And then you'll go flying off the cliff, which is fine because there's no fall damage.
Sweet.
Okay, so to use, I think the next thing to learn would probably be wire bugging. So if you hold down the left trigger, you'll be in a wire bug mode. It'll have a little reticle in the middle with ZR in it.
Yeah.
And if you press ZR, you'll launch towards that reticle wherever you end up pointing it. So it'll take a second for your wire bugs to recharge. You can have up to 3. You find them around the environment. There's one over here. Somewhere right over here. I already picked it up, so I can't see it anymore, but.
Oops.
Yeah, so if you
That rock.
if you wire bug into a wall and you're sprinting, you can run up walls until you run out of stamina.
Cool. Okay.
Also, right after your wire bug, you can press B to do a little jump. It'll just lengthen the distance that you move through the air after you've caught up with your wire bug.
Okay. So like a double jump kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Do the little flip.
Okay.
And you can wire bug twice in a row. If you're holding down the left trigger and you press X, you'll do this kind of like stock standard wire bug up. If you press A when you're holding down ZL, you'll do a straightforward wire bug. But I actually never use those personally. I always use the point and click ZR wire bug move.
Yeah.
The other two can be useful. There are sometimes like poisonous clouds that monsters will launch out at you, and you have to jump over them. And so sometimes you need to be faster, so you'll just press ZL and X to jump over it.
Okay.
But that's pretty rare.
L and X, and then A is forward.
Yeah.
Is there like a dodge roll?
Yeah, so if you just press B while you're moving, you'll roll.
Okay. Cool.
And you can ride your doggo by holding down the A button. A little meter will.
Oops.
Yeah, without holding anything else. There you go. And you can sprint with it using the right bumper.
Woo!
And you can drift with it using the left trigger. And just holding the drift will give you a speed boost after you're done drifting.
Cool.
And when you're going around collecting stuff, like these little speary birds, these little guys, fat hummingbirds,
Yeah.
they'll give you different buffs. So the green ones increase your health bar, the yellow ones increase your stamina bar. Honestly, not sure what the orange and red ones do offhand. I think it's an attack boost. And then if you find bushes, you can destroy them, and sometimes spirit birds will come out. But yeah, when you're fighting a monster,
Oh, hello there.
oh, I was not facing the monster. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Wait, no, I'm stuck on
So
the
they give you a lot of instructions at the bottom of the screen when you start fighting, and if you read through those little instructions at the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you like what different options you have for different attacks.
Did not mean to do that.
I actually need to figure out how to
What?
use these
Okay.
dual blades.
Crap, I forgot how to go.
Okay, which... We're fighting this, like, fox one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I think it's slowly coming back to me how to use
wait, no, that's the
these
wrong one.
weapons. So sometimes you'll need to back out from the fight to take like a potion or something. So you can just, if you start sprinting with the right bumper, you'll put your weapons away automatically, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
And immediately go into sprinting. Also, when you get knocked down and you get hit by the monster, you can hold down ZL, the wire bug button, and after you get hit, you can hold down ZL and press B, and you'll recover more quickly out of an attack. It'll use up a wire bug though, so you have to have one to do it. Oh, this is interesting. They actually changed this a decent amount from the previous iteration of dual blades.
Oh, interesting. X. Ow.
Oh jeez.
Oh.
Okay.
So how do you use the item? Why?
Yeah, you tap Y to use the item in your inventory.
Okay.
There's a more complicated way to use it, but I wouldn't. Yeah, the item menu can be a little bit of a pain sometimes if you are trying to get used to it.
Yeah.
There are settings that Jacob and I have changed to make it a little easier to use. I don't know why they aren't default, but
You just attacked me.
one of the baby monsters. Oh.
Where's the big boy?
The big boy is the direction that the red arrow on your screen is pointing.
That makes sense.
It's all coming together. We disabled that in when we play because it's kind of just in the way, because you can look down at the map and see where
Yeah.
all the monsters are. But it's kind of useful when you're practicing figuring out where monsters go generally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the dual blades are. Oh shoot. Dual blades are super
Oh,
simple to use. It feels like, which makes sense.
that's nice.
They're just really quick weapons. I don't think I've used them at all in this game. I know there's some pretty sick, like, different wire bug attacks you can do. So, speaking of which, as you're fighting the monster, there are wire bug attacks that expend your wire bugs. So, you'll hold down the wire bug button, the left trigger, and press A or X, and it'll expend wire bugs and do a skill.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
I have this thing that says charge / combo, and it has X with the blue thing on it. Does that mean you hold down X?
I think so.
It has like a little blue hat on it.
Yeah, I think that means to hold it. So like you could probably try it right now and just like do a little short combo. Yeah, there you go.
Wait. X, A, X plus A. I'm not sure if I did.
It's a little hard to get used to.
Alright.
Because I don't know the great sword all that well. But it's like the titular weapon.
It's
Um,
very heavy.
Yes. Yeah.
Do we hit yes? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Because last time we did no.
Oh no. Yes. As the screen faded out.
Wait, no. Gosh darn it.
Are we all still in?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, let's do... I'm tempted to just go straight to the last one, but probably not the smartest move. We'll do the next one up, which we fought last time. Get a little more practice in, and then we'll go to the hardest one. See how we do.
Little platypus guy.
Yeah.
Kappa platypus man.
You know what? I'll try a close range weapon.
Yeah, I think the most popular weapons are probably, I'd say, longswords up there. What do you think are the ones we see the most, Jacob?
Give this one a shot. Why not?
Yeah, longsword is common.
Yeah, I'd say that may be one of the most common. A lot of people seem to use gun lances, or I've just been noticing it more since Jacob mentioned that nobody uses lances.
Just
You know
use
what?
that
I was
like-
actually gonna choose that one.
Yeah, we never see them. It's wild. They seem pretty decent too. I don't know. It's weird.
But is it because lances aren't as good, or is it just because people are like, I can use a lance, I can use a gun lance? Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more anime, so it's a little more alluring.
Oh no!
Lance of Manila.
How do you jump with your dog?
You press ZR to jump on your dog. To make your dog jump.
Okay.
Kind of like you use a sword and shield.
Ah.
Everyone uses just big sword.
Come here, doggo.
Oh, there's like... There's the monster.
Yeah. So usually, we'll run around and collect all the buffs towards the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of have to figure out random routes that sort of work where because all the birds, all the hummingbirds are in the same place. Whenever you come into the map. There are other little critters you can pick up as well that'll help you in the hunt. Like these little beetle things. Also the fish swimming through the water in this area as well. Oh yeah, keep holding the right bumper if you want to keep running up the wall.
Okay.
In fact, you can just sprint at the wall and run straight up it.
Sweet.
Which wasn't a thing initially.
Woo!
I thought I was going crazy because I was like, I feel like you couldn't just run at a wall and run up it before. But
And I was like, it was always a
They
thing.
changed that.
yeah, that was a new addition though, which is so weird.
I wasn't someone to ask.
So yeah, there are these little beetles you can find. Like I got a frost one, just barely. And you can throw them at the monster by pointing towards it and just pressing the Y button when you have it in your inventory, and it'll give an ice effect on the monster.
Oh, that's cool.
Bit of a status debuff for them. Oh, I forgot how long it takes to sheathe the sword when you don't have all the upgrades and buffs and stuff that I have in the game.
How do you do that firebug attack?
So when you have your weapon out, you hold down ZL, the left trigger, and you press X or A. There are two different attacks
Yeah.
that you can do.
They might be defensive,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, it's true. Some of them are defensive, some of them are like counters. Some of them are attacks where you have to hit the monster for them to fully trigger. Wow, I almost died from that.
Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
He's got a rock. Oh,
Okay.
I was
Sorry.
not ready for that.
Alright.
That's not. Okay, and he's. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Also, sometimes the monsters become rideable, and you can jump on their backs.
Oh, how
Ride
do
'em
you know
around.
when they...
A bunch of little like wire bug lines will come out from the monster, and they'll look really tired. And it'll, if you hit them, you immediately start riding them.
Okay.
And then similar to the dog, you just hold the right bumper to run with them, and you can use X and A to do different combinations of attacks.
Neat.
Oh, it looks like he's underground right now. Which is kind of a weird area to navigate to.
Of course.
Oh.
Of course. All
But
that
there's-
effort.
What happened?
I went and got a puppet spider, went over to the other monster, put it down, and it ran into the other area.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, there are these little spiders you can find across the map that allow you to ride monsters sooner than you would otherwise be able to.
Why spiders?
I guess silk, I don't know.
The heck?
It acts like they're like the wires that come out of it are at silk or something.
Interesting. Is
Oh.
this thing mad at me? Yes, it is. What in the name? What?
Ah,
Wait,
you
I don't know
encountered
how
I almost said Korapeko. That's not what they're called, are they?
No, not in this game.
Different monster.
A weird
I'll-
umbrella one.
Acro something.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my bow next round because no.
It's telling that we can remember Korapekos.
Yeah, Korapekos are just the better version of this.
Ow.
Oh gosh. Those wire bugged
We're
into
gonna
two
go-
different attacks.
Underground.
Oh, so it just came out. It's in area 10 now if you look on the map.
Okay.
Yeah, get that bad boy rideable.
Yeah.
Ah. Found
Wait, no.
y'all.
I won't ride the monster this.
Oh.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so now we can run over to area 10. And the nice thing about riding a monster to fight another one is usually it topples them for a long period of time, so everybody else will have a lot of chances to do damage.
That's cool.
It's a little hard to navigate when you're on the monster's back initially. But you get used to it.
Where is the monster?
It's over here in area 10, in this very far corner.
here, doggo.
I can make this
Oh.
guy rideable. You see it attack them.
I think we gotta go this way.
Ah, no.
Wait, where are you
Yeah,
going?
yeah, head north. Let's see who's blue. Yeah, Sid, you're going through area 8. You'll go under a little bridge, and then you'll come out to the clearing that we're in.
Okay.
I'm playing Mario Kart with this freaking dog.
It's one of the best features of the game.
It's great.
It makes
Okay.
no sense, but
All the monsters are here.
I know, it's like
everyone's
having a
here.
party.
Dun, 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 dun.
oh geez.
Ooh.
Oh. You poor little ears.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no, the rocky can watch out.
He's gonna roll it.
Ah.
Oh well.
Also, every weapon has usually has some sort of complex system around it that you can really delve into if you feel so inclined. Like some of them, like the charging system on the greatsword is fairly simple from what I've heard, but At the same time, I had a hard time using it when I practiced it the other day. So, maybe not all that simple.
Wait.
Ah, shoot. Whereas the longsword that I'm using, for example, it has a countering system where you have to counter enemies' attacks with pretty difficult precision, but you get rewarded for it heavily.
Okay. Okay.
You go. Oh.
And off he goes.
Okay, time to sharpen the blunt object.
Oh yes, also sharpening is a thing. So if you look in the upper left corner, you'll see your blade meter. It's got green, yellow, orange, red. Sometimes higher sharpnesses depending on what weapon you're using. And the way that you sharpen those is you cycle over to the whetstone in your inventory. Yeah, it should have a little infinity symbol next to it because you have infinite of them, thankfully. And you can sharpen your weapon. That'll keep the damage up. It seems like there's a lot to remember.
That's the symbol under the bars.
Oh, so yeah, under your stamina meter and your health meter, there's a sword-shaped icon that has different colors of sharpness in it.
I'm still at blue, so
Oh, you're good to go
that's
then.
good, right?
Yeah.
I guess I need to hit it more.
Yeah, I think I think blue is probably the highest level of sharpness you can get in this demo.
Yeah, I have blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
It's moving.
Yeesh
Slow
moving.
down.
Yeesh moving.
Oh no.
Oh.
Also, if you have your weapon, put away, and you're running away from the monster, and you try to roll, you'll do a dive, and it has a lot of invulnerability frames, but it is very slow to get out of.
Okay.
Ooh. Cut that a little too close.
Whoa. He doesn't know what's happening.
I'm dying over here.
Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Yeah, there are lots and lots of silk bug attacks that you can do. You can switch them out in the main game for different options, and there are ways to switch them out during battle.
We got bodied.
Yeah.
Oh no. Whoa.
Shoot. I goofed.
No.
Oh no.
No, Sid!
No.
It's okay. Luckily, we have lots of attempts.
Generous in this demo, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it was that way in previous demos, so thankfully they updated that.
That's
Does
nice.
it give us that many with the Astalo?
Wait, that hit me still? What is
I don't
that
know.
Or not the
Behind
Astalo,
him.
whatever.
The Valstrax, yeah.
Valstrax, yeah.
actually. Crap, I have 4 potions? Oh no.
Back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks.
Just as the monster runs away.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get close enough to it so that I can hit it.
It's a little hard with the great sword. I feel like there's...
It's,
Is there a dashing mechanic with the great sword? I can't remember. When you have it out, I feel like there might be some sort of dashing mechanic when you press B. I don't remember for sure. I'll have to... I don't know if it's during an attack or something, but I'll have to
okay.
use it.
Yeah. I'll have to figure it out.
Kind of wish you could change weapons in like during the fight. That would be nice.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think that's an option unless it is an option in the 10th, but I kind of doubt it.
It's rideable.
What is that shimmery
It means he's rideable.
cloud? Oh.
So if you hit him right now, oh, that's okay. We missed your chance.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. The
Okay.
with the window it's very long, but we were a little too far away to get there in time.
We'll just have to get him down again.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh man. Oh, I'm getting eaten. There we go.
Did you get swallowed?
I did, but I was able to get out.
Oh no. Oh, he's chubby.
You chubby boy. Why me? Oh my gosh, no. Holy cow. Okay.
Oh man. Shoot. Oh, couldn't counter in time.
Ow.
Well, that's not good.
Ah, no.
Oh no.
No, sir. I gotta get up before it charged me.
I almost died there too.
So sad.
Oh no, wrong way. Wrong direction. Fudge. Oh no. Stop being mad at me, please.
Yeah, usually they switch aggro after doing one attack, but sometimes they can get really fixated on one person for some reason.
Okay, me, because he was mad at
Yeah,
me.
he's going after it.
Yeah, oh no.
No, almost dead. No.
Oh,
You got this. Hopefully the aggro shifts.
Okay, good. Let me drink my potion. Excuse me.
That was close.
Back in it.
There we go.
Back in it. Back in it. Back in it. Okay. Where's this guy's health bar? Or does he not?
Oh, no monsters in Monster Hunter have a health bar, which is part of the draw in a way where you're like, oh man, struggling to defeat it, but eventually they'll start limping. In this game, they also give you an indicator if the monster is limping in the upper right corner underneath the monster's picture. It'll have like a little blue skull thing. So I'll point that out when it appears. But right now he's not limping. He should be pretty close though. We've been beating the junk out of him for a while.
he's running away from us.
Yeah. Oh, he's just going to
For
the
better or for
independent
worse, that's
cave.
been a staple of the series is no health bars.
Yeah, yeah.
You just have to get the feel for it, I guess.
Yeah, which is kind of the theme of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you get a feel for all the monsters' attacks and the timings and stuff. You kind of have to learn that. And then you get a feel for how they're going to act depending on what state they're in. You know, if they're limping or if they're hungry, or, you know, there are a few different states they could be in. And then they have like their enraged state, which their attacks are slightly faster, and sometimes they have more types of attacks. They do more damage. Like right now he is in his enraged state. When he gets chunky and stands up, that's his angry state.
He mad.
Yeah.
Big mad. Oh no.
I too get angry when I get fat. This is one of the more relatable monsters, honestly.
I kind of feel bad attacking him.
Maybe he just wants some friends.
Oh. Probably not the best time
like
to...
balding up top too.
It feels bad, man, yeah. Some monsters...
Have any of you,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. Have any of you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
No, wait.
No.
Wait. Are you talking about the old one that's really bad?
No, the new one.
No. No, no. I saw an old one that was really bad.
That sounds
Slander.
Sorry, Jacob enjoyed it.
That's good. Good for Jacob. But in the new one, there's like a really chubby dragon, and it's the best character.
I mean, it sounds like it should be. They'd really have to screw something up to not have it be the best character.
It's limping.
Oh yes.
It's
So-
looking
Okay,
rough.
I think
Yeah. So the little blue icon, yeah, in the upper right corner. In this state, they can be trapped, but we don't actually have the resources to tranquilize them. So what you have to do is get them stuck in a trap and then throw some trinks at them, and then they go down without as much of a fight. Everybody should have a trap in their inventory as well.
Let's go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we fight this next monster, it's going to be pretty essential, I think, that we use some of our items. So like in your inventory, there is a shock trap.
Okay.
I'll put one down. So yeah, you only get one, but it looks like this, and then when a monster walks over it, they get stuck. And then we have barrel bombs as well, which you can set out, and they have a little explosion that does a little bit of damage to the monster. Some are bigger than others. These ones don't have wicks, and you have to hit them somehow, or use one of the littler bombs to blow them up. But yeah, you won't have to worry too much about that.
Do we have stuff in the inventory that's not in that little menu?
In the circular menu, or
Yeah.
yeah, everybody hit yes. So yeah, you do. The circular menu is a quick menu, and it's a little weird to use. You use whatever item you point towards with the right stick when you're holding down the left bumper. And it'll use it right away. So if you're holding down the L button to access your inventory, you got to be careful what you do with the right stick, which was a little hard to get used to because that wasn't the way it was before in older games.
So you just hold it down to...
Yeah, so you flick the stick in the direction of which item you want to use, but
Okay.
yeah, you just hold down the L button and cycle through with Y and A to...
But How do you look at the inventory? Not like the quick one, just the.
So, you can. It's just when you're holding down the L button that the inventory will open up, and you can't just scroll through it super easily, unfortunately. Like or look at all the items at once. You have to scroll over each item to see what it is.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, the quick circle one is has like potions mapped to it, which makes it a little easier to drink one quick.
Mhm.
But I still usually just cycle through the regular inventory,
Okay.
at least in the demo,
All right.
because there's some settings that make it easier to use.
Yeah.
I
can
saw it
look
only
at
gives
this
us
though
3
again.
paints.
Oh, it only gives us 3 feints, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I highly recommend going around and trying to find the little hummingbirds to get some buffs before we go and fight this thing. Because it is a tough one.
Um.
So yeah, let's see. Trying to think.
Wait, wrong way.
Oh yeah, there's just a little exit right here. I'll show you. Right here. You go through
Oh.
this little gap in the rocks to get to the rest of the area. It's a little bit of a weird starting area. Yeah. So if you just run out this way. And then the route that I often take is like grabbing the spirit birds that are
Oh,
around
hello
here.
there. Wait, is this the monster? Oh shoot. I think
That is the monster.
Uh-oh.
okay. Well, I mean,
He's a vampire monster, so.
Yeah. He will
Well,
suck your
okay.
blood. So with your dog, you can run up walls that have vines on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you come back this way.
If you're.
So if you sprint towards ledges, your dog will just jump off of them.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
But yeah, if you
Oh
come down
my
this
God.
way, Sid, there's some
My
vines right here. So if you sprint towards them on your dog, they'll just climb straight up.
Okay, I need to evacuate.
And then you use ZR to jump up,
Hold on, give me a
and you
second.
can even get up here
Okay.
on your doggo.
Yeah.
So talented. What
They
a
are such good
boy.
boys.
You still mad at me?
That might be one of the hardest things to go back to past Monster Hunter is not having the dog out.
Yeah, it's a lot faster to get around the map with it.
Oh my gosh, the monster's still aggro on me. No! Okay, okay.
Get out of there.
I'm trying. I thought he was done. Oh my gosh.
It's on your tail.
Okay. Is he? Okay. I think he's done.
Yeah, this area has a whole underground section as well. That has a lot more like different items you can grab and
Oh, he flew.
bugs you can collect, and
Oh.
birds.
I'm down underground.
I'm hidden behind a tree. You don't see me.
It's not exactly the safest place to hide, unfortunately.
Oh no, you're right.
I would.
Let me go. Let me go.
Oh no! I got a communication error. Did everybody else stay in, or?
Yeah,
I
looks
see
like
I'm
it.
that
still in.
you-
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's just me. That's fine. Let's see. What else? What What stuff am I missing, Jacob, that's important?
Okay, I think the monster finally stopped. Whew.
So the monster's in area 1.
Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah. It is interesting that it still numbered the areas. It's kind of nice for communication. In old games, there was loading screens between every single area.
Yeah, I remember that.
So this is much better. Just
Wait, how does one look at the map?
it's in the lower left corner.
Oh, is there a way to
I'm
enlarge it?
underground now.
Oh, is there a way to enlarge it? You can zoom in when you're holding down the L button to look through your inventory. It'll zoom in to your character. And then if you
They
want...
only give us 10 minutes.
Wait, it's only 10 minutes? Oh, that's messed up.
What?
Oh no.
There is a way also in your menu to look at a more detailed version of the map. But you can't still move around while you're doing that. So it's a little bit harder to use in game as you go.
Range. Alright.
Man, when he be teleporting, he really do be teleporting. Absolutely destroying me in this solo. Oh. Oh, good thing I got that turtle.
Oh,
Oh, I'm dead. Oh.
I'm just trying to find you guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm coming.
wait.
Yeah. They do not intend you to beat this guy.
No, they do not. I thought they would give you more time than 10 minutes. That's crazy.
15 minutes, but we have 10 minutes left after
Oh.
Lord.
Yeah, in the upper left corner, you'll see the clock. The white indicator is at how much time has passed, and the orange one's at the end of the amount of time
Ah,
you're
that
given.
makes sense. I was wondering what that is.
Yeah. It's a little
This is
clock.
for the demo, right?
The clock? Yeah, the clock's really short in the demo, but you can see it in the main game too. They give you a 50-minute time limit usually, which is always plenty. You're almost always going to run out of feints first. I feel like in other games they did like shorter hunts where they required you to finish it in a shorter amount of time, but I haven't really seen that many in this game, if any.
There's like arena quests sometimes are shorter, and there's a few, but for the most part, it's
Oh, he's
usually
over there.
Yeah.
okay. He left before any of us died.
Oh. Yeah, I've already died once, so good job, you guys.
Yeah, I really do think they just want you to get beaten bad by this. So you're like, go buy the full game so you can get strong enough to beat it.
Yeah,
That's how they get you.
I think it is their marketing strategy, but it feels like a rough one because some of the hunts are just way too hard, and it makes it almost feel more unapproachable. Yeah.
Like, oh, this game's impossible.
Okay. I dodged that? I got hit. Oh, he just one-shotted me.
Yeah, they sometimes do that.
Ain't no way.
That's how it be.
Alright, well, let me head back. This area. That's
Ah!
Also keep in mind too, they give you way worse armor than you should have at this point.
Yep.
So you take a lot more damage a lot faster. And yeah, just all around. Your attack's worse, your defense is worse than it should be.
So we're not winning.
No.
Nope,
Okay.
not in this time.
Yeah, I thought that if there was more time, there would be a chance, but I think they they've made it impossible.
Oh my word! Oh no!
Oh
That-
my
What
god.
happened?
Holy cow, your
Oh.
health.
Yeah, he shot a blast at me, and I had almost full health, and it took me down to his sliver. I'm all right. He just shot down
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
big
Alright.
ball of energy.
Oh, I got killed by that just
We have
a minute
made our
ago.
return.
I get a
I
wire
like
bug on it.
I like this guy's music.
Oh yeah, a lot of the monsters have unique music, and a lot of it is really good.
No, please. I need to breathe. I need to heal. I need to heal. I need to heal. Leave me alone.
Yeah, they took loose inspiration from classic monster, like Universal Monsters for this DLC. So we have like a vampire, we had Frankenstein, and a werewolf for the new one.
Yeah.
Gosh, please. Oh my
So, yeah,
gosh,
this
please.
is the
Oh my
vampire
gosh,
guy.
please.
Wait, where did he go?
What did it do to me?
Okay, I don't like
Oh,
this.
you got
I'm
the
not gonna-
The blight.
yeah, the vampire blight thingy. I can't remember exactly what it does.
I'm not sure if that one like amplifies the damage it does to you. There are a few that do that, but I think it might slowly suck your life away. That would make the most sense.
You do also gain health whenever you attack, when you have it on you. So it's somewhat helpful.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So you get some vampire effects. You get the morb a bit. Okay. Well, you're still living. You might run out of time.
Okay.
Maybe. Er,
Yeah, I think solo this is definitely impossible. He is not going down.
Okay, that was
Oh no!
I can't believe I just walked right into
Rip, rip, sleepy.
Alright. I guess we're
He
no on this one.
one-shotted me twice.
That's
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh,
how it's gonna be. And I think because you're a ranged weapon, that might not be
That's
too
so
surprising
cool.
because I think you have a lighter armor set. So
Yeah.
one shot.
oh.
I just
Oh, that's a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fun. I'll have to play some on my own and see if I can figure out the weapons a little better.
Yeah, it takes some time.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah. Jacob and I like it a lot.
I really like that chubby monster.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
there was one that was kind of like that. We really liked in the last one. It was a shark that could blow itself up really big.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are there any like underwater monsters in this one?
No, thank goodness.
Yes. No underwater monsters, please.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate had some really difficult and very, very slow underwater fights. And
I
yeah,
remember that.
they removed it after that game.
Sometimes they'd be out of the water and sometimes they'd be underwater.
Yeah, yeah. And you always dread when they'd go to certain areas because you're like, oh, great, they're underwater now.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna fight them underwater. But yeah, it's definitely improved a lot. Also, this game may not seem very user friendly, but it is infinitely more user friendly than the previous games.
Yeah, like those whetstones that used to not be infinite. You had to go and find them.
Yeah, whetstones weren't infinite. You used to have to drink hot drinks if you're going to a cold climate, and warm drinks,
Oh yeah.
vice versa. You know, warm drinks for cold climates, hot drinks for.
And they'd run
Cold
out, and
ones.
you have to keep on drinking them, keep on top of that, and that's gone. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Thank goodness.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really annoying because there would be times where you'd get ready to leave for a quest and you'd forget to grab hot or cold drinks.
So you have to
Oh,
undo
no.
the quest and go
So
back.
just like getting heat
Yeah.
stroke.
Yep. Also in this game too, you can eat and access your box, I think, from inside the quest, which is so helpful. So you don't have to cancel the quest and leave like you used to. Because in the opening area, there's a little tent that you can go to and you can eat a meal there and change your equipment and stuff. Which
So you
is,
can go there in the middle of the fight.
yeah. Which makes it a lot more user friendly
Yeah.
in case you forget an item or you forget to eat, which in the game is a huge deal.
Yeah, I'm glad they made it more user friendly because there are already so many systems.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can't even count the number of menus that are in the game.
Oh,
It's kind of crazy. You have a little pop-up one on your left trigger for your items, and it has like 2 or 3 different versions of it. And then you have the D-pad menu, which is close to the other menu. You cycle through it with the D-pad. It has different options on it, and you press the plus button, and there are like 6 layers of menus behind that.
Oh my
It's crazy.
god.
It's very, very crazy.
Menus within menus.
Yep. Menuception, as it were. But anyway, yeah, thanks for playing, you guys.
That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're always happy to try to introduce people to Monster Hunter, 'cause it's
Yeah, thanks for being patient.
oh, no problem. We understand how difficult it is. We've been playing it for a long time. We know its shortcomings
Yes.
in and out. So we've complained about them many times.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot harder trying to figure it out by myself. So
Yeah,
Thank
which
you.
is why I never really recommend it to people unless I'm there to tell them how it works and then kind of walk them through it, because it is a lot to try and learn all at once. But anyhow, I'll probably wrap up the stream here since it's pretty late where we are. It's even later where Sleepy is at, I think. So.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for joining in, Sleepy. I'm glad you could join.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
See ya. Okay. Thanks for watching the stream. Have a good night, you guys. This was a fun one. It was a good time.